Ken Whiting with Paddle TV doing another gear review with a sit-inside recreational kayak. Now, there are a lot of sit-inside recreational kayaks on the market, and so it's really hard for a manufacturer to differentiate their kayak from the rest. Riot Kayaks has done that with the Intrigue. They've made a truly unique kayak, but you pay for it. And so in this video, we're going to give this thing a full testing, see, is it worth it? The Riot Intrigue retails for $1,100 US. It's 10 feet long, it's 29 inches wide, it weighs only 40 pounds, it has a capacity of 275 pounds. Its primary use is for calm waters. Now let's talk about the features of the Riot Intrigue, starting with what makes it so light at 40 pounds. Well, that might not sound super light, but it's definitely light compared to most kayaks in the similar class. And the reason it's lighter is because of how it was made. This boat was thermoformed, which basically means they mold a top and a bottom half, put them together, weld it together, and there you go, you have your kayak. And that just allows them to create a much lighter kayak. Otherwise, the Intrigue has a quick drying and very adjustable seat. It has a rear storage hatch, and it has a rear bulkhead that separates the kayak into two compartments, a rear compartment and then the rest of the kayak. It has bungees on the front and the back of the boat, and it has self-rescue straps if you're trained and know how to do self-rescues. Now the pièce de résistance is the window in the hull of this kayak so that you can see into the underworld. Hello? Well, there you have it. Now you know what makes the Intrigue different from most recreational sit-inside kayaks. It's light, easy to carry, and that sucker right there, that window to the underworld, that's gonna be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to getting this thing on the water, and that's where I'm going. All right. Oh, gentle, gentle. How gentle do you need to be with a kayak that has a window on the bottom of it? I don't know. I guess we'll soon find out. Hopefully not the hard way. I'm going to assume that if you put a window on the bottom of a kayak, that it can take a hit. You might get scratched, but it's not going to shatter. Anyway, something else worth mentioning is people have been asking me about the other gear that I'm using, the paddles, the life jackets, and what have you. So just to let you know, I'm testing out the Salus Ungava PFD. It's a sea kayakers and all-around paddlers PFD. I'm going to give it a whirl. I'll let you know at the end of the video what I think of it. Otherwise, got a quick favor. If you're enjoying these gear review videos at all, or hopefully more than at all, a lot, then please let the manufacturers know. I don't charge anything for them, and I'm not going to charge anything for them. I want to keep them completely unbiased so I can give you guys the real scoop, not a promo video. But they have to know that it's of value to you guys, and so the only way they know is hearing from you. Leave a comment down in the box below, especially if you bought a kayak because of one of these reviews, or in part because of one of these reviews. Leave a comment, and that'd be really helpful. Anyway, that's it. It's time to go paddle. All right, don't break the window. I'm going to apply a little common sense here and try not to get any sand or rocks in the boat. All right, that's cool. It's only 2 inches of water and it's still pretty neat. Onward. Gotta watch where you're going. All right, I've had a beautiful evening to give this kayak a good test, and I've been paddling around for probably at least an hour now. here's what I can tell you. It's not very often, having paddled 30 years and doing all these gear reviews and trying all sorts of boats, that I get really surprised and feel like a kid again. and that's what this boat did for me. And it's all about the window. It's 100% about the window. I spent as much time staring down, watching the underworld go by, as I did looking around me. And it's a different paddling experience. When I was paddling, spend most of my time paddling, looking for the next cool shoreline to paddle over so that I could look through the window and see what was down below. In terms of a entertainment factor, this boat is awesome. I loved it. The water here isn't very clear, and so would it get old, repetitive? Yeah, I think it probably would if I just paddled the same water here. But if you're in clear water and you're paddling different waters regularly, it would keep its fun factor. I guess my point is, it's not a gimmick, it's cool. That being said, the rest of the boat, how does it paddle? When I actually took my brain off of the window and thought about the paddling, this is a 10-foot rec kayak. It paddles like a 10-foot rec kayak. It's not the fastest thing. It does have strong keels on it, so it tracks pretty well. It's not fast, it's not slow. You know, it's a light kayak, which is nice, and you can feel that. It's got some jump to it and some maneuverability to it. But yeah, it is what it is. Stability-wise, it's not the most stable kayak in the world. Most 10-foot rec kayaks feel extremely stable. Like, you get in them and you feel like, hey, bam, I ain't going anywhere. This one doesn't really feel that. It almost feels like you're a bit on a beach ball. It wants to roll to one side or the other, but then it locks in. Its secondary stability is tremendous. So it's one of those boats that you don't always feel like rock solid, flat bottom, like I'm stuck in this position. No, it wants to roll from edge to edge, but once it does do that, then it just kind of boom, drops onto that edge and is very comfortable there. Comfort. Straight up, I'm too big for this boat. I'm 6'2", 195 pounds, and I'm too big, I think, on in both ways. I'm definitely too tall. This boat narrows so quickly that my feet are squished in here, and it causes, my feet are in this weird position, and it causes my legs to be in a weird position. Simply put, I'm too big. I would say this is not for someone over 6 feet tall. Ideally less even, because but even 2 inches would make a big difference because it widens very quickly. My weight at 195 pounds is definitely pushing it. The max capacity is 275, meaning it's gonna float, but it's going to be a little sketchy if you get too much heavier than 195. You can see when I put this boat on edge that the water line creeps up to the cockpit rim very quickly, and I'm not on an extreme edge. So yeah, it's fine for calm water at my weight. Any heavier and it would start to, I just wouldn't recommend it, that's for sure. Otherwise, comfort, that threw a lot of stuff off for me. My knees were uncomfortable the whole time. I wanted to put them up, but that's not a very comfortable position because your seat adjustment is right here and you're banging against that instead of the nice pads they have in here. I couldn't really take advantage of the seat itself, which has support for the legs underneath, which is a really nice feature for a seat. It does make a big difference when you're paddling for any significant length of time, even an hour. That support makes a more comfortable boat. I can't tell you how well it worked, but I think if you're the right size, it would definitely serve its purpose. Same with the back band. I really just didn't get a chance to test the seat system because I'm crammed in here. That being said, did I have fun? Absolutely. Do I think for a smaller person this would be a great boat? Absolutely a great boat. The question is, for the price tag, is it a good deal? And I guess it really depends on what you're after. If you're into the lightweight factor and the window, those are awesome. Those are awesome, awesome features, and you can put a lot of value on those things. What I would expect performance-wise, comfort-wise, feature-wise for an $1,100 kayak, I'd expect a bit more. You're not getting those other things You're not getting a front hatch. You're getting a back hatch, which is nice, but it's not a locking hatch. On a similar kayak, you're going to get a more substantial seat. You're going to have more comfort around the knees, but you're not going to have a window in the bottom of your boat. It really depends what you value. If I was in clear water environment, I think this would be such a great thing to have in the quiver of kayaks. That being said, the other piece of gear that I was testing here was the Sailus Ungava life jacket, or PFD. What I can tell you about this life jacket is it's comfortable. You know, I've said it before that for me, life jackets, you're not going to get some deep breakdown of a life jacket from me, because the important thing is, for me, is A, is it safe? Well, it has to be, because it's got to meet so many stringent regulations. B, is it comfortable? Is it comfortable to wear and to paddle in? Do you feel like, at any point, do I feel like I want to take this thing off? And if you at any point feel like you want to take a life jacket off, then that's not a good sign, because you're going to take the life jacket off, or someone is going to take it off, and then it does no one any good. I don't feel like at any point did I ever feel that I wanted to take this thing off. I forgot I was wearing it. That's a sign of a great life jacket. One thing I love about this life jacket, and life jackets in general, is it has fleece-lined pockets here. So when you've got a chilly day of paddling, you put your hands in there, it just feels awesome. One thing in particular I wasn't a big fan of is the pocket systems here. You know, a pocket that's a mesh pocket like this that's open, you know, I'm not going to use that too much. And these other pockets, there's not a ton of room to fit stuff in. Because of the felt pockets here, this isn't actually a pocket. You can lose stuff. You can inadvertently put stuff in there and lose it. It's actually designed, I believe, for to put a tow belt, like a rescue strap on, attach one of those, which it doesn't come with. You'd have to get one of those separately, and that makes it, you know, more of an all-round sea kayaking life jacket. So not a huge fan of the pocket layout, but otherwise, you know, I love the feel of it. Love the fleece-lined pockets. Solid life jacket. That's all I can say. That's enough for this video. The sun is going down. It's certainly burning my retinas out right now. And so I've got to stop this video. Please subscribe to Paddle TV if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, and I gotta go. I gotta go.